In 1998, survival horror reached a new level of terror. Resident Evil 2 took players deep into the nightmare of Raccoon City. But one Halloween in 1999, something remarkable happened. Capcom, with the help of Angel Studios, managed to fit 1.2 gigabytes, 2 PlayStation 1 discs, into a single 64 megabit cartridge. Today, we're taking a look at not only my favourite port of Resident Evil 2, but one of gaming's most ambitious ports, Resident Evil 2 on the Nintendo 64.
Oh man!
The N64 port of Resident Evil 2 was first released in North America October 31st, 1999. Japan and PAL regions later in the year 2000, and would have been part of an exclusive 4-title deal between Capcom and Nintendo. This deal would span from the N64 to Project Dolphin, which was later announced as the GameCube. This deal consisted of Resident Evil 2 on the N64, an exclusive prequel, a remake, which is Resident Evil for the GameCube, and an exclusive sequel also for the GameCube, which is Resident Evil 4. Let's quickly talk about that prequel, Resident Evil 0. It was originally being developed for the N64 and due to be released by the end of the year 2000, but due to the console's limitations, it was ultimately shelved and remade from scratch for the GameCube. But before that, it did get an E3 trailer in spring of 2000. Remember E3? Let's go back to Angel Studios for a minute. They were established in 1984 and was founded by entrepreneur Diego Angel, who founded the company as Angel Studios in January 1984 after studying film in Chicago. Originally, they began with visual effects for adverts, films, and music videos. One notable bit of work was the film The Lawnmower Man.
Access denied. 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 Access denied.
This universe is mine. I am God here.
Then, in 1993, Angel Studios moved over to the video game industry. This then led to Angel Studios being contacted by Capcom to develop a port of Resident Evil 2 for the N64. This is apparently the first collaboration between Capcom and a video game company outside of Japan. The development had a budget of $1 million and was said to be a challenge, as the team of 9 full-time developers had to compress 1 gigabyte worth of content to fit on the N64's 64 megabyte cartridge. This was done using a special compression tool where all the sounds and FMVs were compressed to the lowest possible quality acceptable. This was a technical feat which impressed not only Capcom but the video game world. In a 2018 retrospective of Resident Evil 2 and its ports, Eurogamer's John Linneman called the conversion one of the most ambitious console ports of all time. In 2002, Angel Studios was bought by Rockstar Games and became Rockstar San Diego. Right, let's get into it. To begin with, it's a pretty standard Resident Evil 2 startup screen. Once you select which scenario you're going to play, you're then offered 2 modes, Original and Randomizer. A built-in randomizer. I'll touch more on that later, but of course we selected the randomizer. After that, we're then offered a selection on violence. Naturally we go high. Doesn't make much difference, just determines how much blood is shown on screen. Speaking of blood, we can now choose what colour blood we want. Blue, green, or the standard red. Let's go green.
Resident Evil 2.
Let's talk about the N64's Resident Evil 2 best feature, the randomizer. Unlike the more modern PC mods out there, like the fantastic mod Biorand, which I highly recommend checking out, this doesn't randomize everything. This randomizer just changes items, mainly herbs, first aid sprays and ammo. For example, where there is normally a green herb, it could be handgun bullets instead, or something else. Key items and weapon placements remain the same. Speaking of weapons, you still get the standard weapons you expect for each scenario. But I do like when you find an item that isn't normally there, the game changes the item image to show what it is on the ground. Like here for example, should be 2 green herbs, but we clearly see handgun bullets and a red herb. Another exclusive is the special outfits for Leon and Claire. For Leon, there's a biker style jacket allowing for a cool looking one-handed firing animation, as well as a RPD cadet look. For Claire, there's a purple outfit with the Angel Studios logo on the back, which I think is a kind of a nice touch, and it's paired with the Colt SAA handgun. Also included in the N64 port of Resident Evil 2 are the EX files. There are 16 in total. These files are scattered across scenario A and B, providing deeper lore insights, such as Rebecca Chambers' report and notes from characters like Brad Vickers. There are 8 available in A scenario and 8 in B scenario. The idea behind these EX files was to bridge the plot between Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Resident Evil Code Veronica and Resident Evil 0. For some reason the results screens on the N64 port of Resident Evil 2 are blue. From what I can find, this was part of a unique aesthetic update and technical overhaul by Angel Studios.
Hey, it's up to us to take out Umbrella.
Have you played this port? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. As I said before, Resident Evil 2 on the N64 is my favourite port of the game. It's certainly one to try for its uniqueness, and a great collector's piece if you're able to find it. And please don't forget to like, as it all helps. Maybe chuck a cheeky little sub too. Again, thank you for watching.